Oh, they're pushing each other around there for some reason. So the birds flying around them as well. Quite a few drongos fluttering around the rhinos. Now, I tell the story very often, but it's a very cool thing to see and experience how these little birds use these massive animals to make their food finding process easier. It's one of your symbiotic relationships known as commensalism. Basically just meaning that the rhino really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him, it doesn't bother him. Whether he's got 3 birds flying around him or none at all, the drongos don't bother him. But the drongos get a benefit. They find their food easier. So one species benefiting, to the other species it doesn't make a difference either way. It's called commensalism. Same as a nest being built in a tree. The bird or the nest builder benefits, but the tree doesn't mind. It's awesome. Let's try and get another glimpse maybe. They're just a little bit more into the leaves there again. There's a bit of a hole through the trees there. Last good look at them. Awesome. Well, rhino is what we hope to see, and we can certainly say we've seen them. Look at that. Beautiful area as well. You've got lots of long grass here, even though it's getting towards the end of winter. Just the sort of bare stalks now. All the seeds have blown and dispersed. Been dispersed by the wind, ready for next season to grow. Lots of yellow and red leaves around, brownleaf teak. Lots of combretum as well, large fruited bush willow, red bush willow, marula trees. Beautiful piece of bushveld here. Push the car forward a bit again. I think while we're on a roll with these rhino, let's go look around for some lion. It's been a while since we've seen some. The longer you don't see them, the closer you get to seeing them again. So let's go look around. Beautiful. Isn't it amazing to just be able to sit out here and share time with big animals like this? They're not minding us being here. I know I say this often, but it's so amazing for me to realize that I don't think people always realize this, but white rhino specifically, the species that we were just looking at, in the 80s there were less than 300, around about 200 actually left in the whole world. I mean, they're literally on the brink of extinction. Long story how and why that happened, mainly just massive hunting, as well as just area loss. Not many areas they could live in anymore, and they were a few hundred animals away from being extinct forever. And through careful conservation and planning and sort of almost across Africa, but it started mainly in Natal in South Africa, they've managed to get these numbers back up to about 10,000 now. So now you can see them again in many parts of Africa. They're also still moving them around to different reserves in different countries in Africa. And it's one of the great success stories of African or wildlife in general conservation. So there is hope. There is hope for things like the Amur leopard and certain species of cats that we don't see many of anymore. Black rhino, wild dogs, cheetahs, all these kind of animals that at some stage look like they might disappear for literally to be lost forever. More and more chance of them being a success story like this. It's always a pleasure to watch rhino, just to realize that numbers can be looked after and saved to an extent. Let's go look for some lion.